Let me take a few minutes and walk you through some of this stuff that you'll see in Moodle and get you started with this. We have some professional development courses that'll give you more detail about each of these things, but I thought it might help to just give a little demo. So when you are logged into expated.org, you'll see this very blank screen. If you have to go over here to log in, and if you try and log in as a guest, that won't work. You have to have permissions to log in for safety issues. So no one outside the group should be able to find out any personal information about anyone in the group. Let me know if there's ever a problem with this. We want safety to be high here. So you'll log in. Your login as a teacher will be your last name _ first letter of your first name. We'll have a different system for students, but that's basically the idea. Let's see, log in. Hopefully I typed it right. There we go. And you'll see a page kind of like this. Up here it says your dashboard. So let me just orient you a little on the screen. The home page is the home for the entire site, the entire school in a way. So if you go here, you'll see all the courses that we have on the site. You won't be able to access most of these if you're not enrolled in the course as a teacher or as a student. You should be able to access all of these professional development courses down here, though. So if you can't access the professional development, please email me and I'll get you lined up for those. This flipped mastery learning one you're doing right now, using Moodle for course development, is another one that will walk you through in detail about how to develop your courses. This is the same course as using Moodle for course development, but if you prefer Russian, we have it in Russian. These were developed by a friend of mine who's working in Kazakhstan. Introduction to Digital Pedagogy is a course that I haven't finished developing yet. The first unit's ready to go, the first module, but that one will really get you established well, I think, for teaching this year. So just go through the list here as you go through. The sandboxes are places where you can play. If you enter it, I won't demo it right now, but if you click there, you can try out all the Moodle tools. You're listed as a teacher for those courses. So you can try all the Moodle tools and not break anything. So if you have something you want to try out, try it in the sandbox before you try it on your own course. They'll get messy over time. I'll clean it up periodically, but that's the place to try out the tools without influencing your students in any way. So that's all the home page. The dashboard is more personal for you. This will show you your recently accessed courses, and your students will see their recently accessed courses. You'll see a timeline of all the upcoming assignments. So within Moodle, anytime you do an assignment, you can assign a date to it. And if you do, it'll appear on your students' page when they go to their dashboard. It will also appear on your students' calendar. And you'll see mine is really messy. Your students won't be like this, but I'm assigned to everything. So mine gets really, really messy. Yours will be pretty easy to manage. Your students should be easy to manage. Don't worry about that too much. Over here on the right, you'll see a little caret symbol. And on some Moodle pages, there will be a caret on the left. That means if you click there, you'll see more options. Like if you click on that, you'll see anyone who's logged in to Moodle for this site, you'll see. So this is the way to find out which of your students are online, which of your colleagues are online, things like that. Latest announcements. If we have a school-wide announcement, it'll appear here. And it'll also show you the recently accessed items. So not just which course were you on, but which assignment were you on. And help your students navigate through this too. But this recently accessed items helps them pick up where they left off from last time. And you can always minimize that by just clicking on the X there. So let's try this out. You go to the next thing over is My Courses. This will give you a list for every course you're assigned to as a teacher or as a student. Again, I'm assigned to everything, so I get a really big list. But let's say I was the teacher for Algebra 1. So I go to Algebra 1, and all of you have the same template as you start out for your class. You'll see that there's a general section up at the top, and that has the announcements. Don't delete this at all. The announcements is a great tool because anything you put in the announcements is automatically emailed to all of your students. And so it'll keep it on the Moodle site, but all of your students are blasted with an email anytime you put something in announcements. Attendance is, I'll explain more about some of these tools later, but attendance lets you take attendance if you have a face-to-face class or a synchronous online session. And then the checklist, you don't have to do anything with this. This is something that will, the students will be able to see it and see the dates of all of the assignments coming up. And so they can just check off the list and keep up to date on what they like to do. And students tend to love that. Notice with this page, you'll see the edit mode up at the top. If you turn that on, this is something only you will see as a teacher. If you're a student in the class, you won't see edit mode, but this is what lets you change stuff. When you click that, you'll see these little edit icons. So you can click there and just change the name to overview, for example. And it's automatically changed. As soon as the students update their page, they'll see the change. Over here with the 3 dots, you'll see things that let you edit the section. For each of these tools, this is where you find the ways to edit the assignment. And if you look at it right now, you'll see here in the middle, I have that little crosshairs symbol. If it's on the crosshairs, you can click on it and drag it to a new place. So you can just reorder things however you want. I usually like announcements at the top. You might want attendance at the bottom. Just drag and drop for everything on the screen. It's really easy to use that way. I'll just go through a couple more things in this video and then wrap up. But let's say you'll probably have a general section that will be the same for all your classes. I would recommend not changing this too much because it gives a standard feel for the class site for all the students. So don't edit this top part very much, but use those tools. The overview is where you put things that you want the students to be able to find often, like the syllabus, FAQs. If you have other very common go-to resources, you'll put it up here. Look over here on the left side, you'll see the open course index. If you click there, you get to see the whole course table of contents. Or you can minimize it, and that's just a nice tool to help students jump through as they go through. The students, otherwise, let's see, if you're not in edit mode, the students will only see, as a teacher, you see everything here. The students will only see one unit at a time. So the students, it just helps them focus. That's why it's set up that way. So if the students need to jump over, they click on the menu thing over here and they can jump down to whatever the other unit is. Okay? So go back to edit mode. I'll minimize this window here. So you have your general thing, you have your overview. Then this is Algebra 1. So if I were to design the Algebra 1 course, I'd start with, let's see, what's Unit 1? It's probably, I think it's variables and expressions or something like, probably that. Then let's see, Algebra Unit 2, linear equations. And so just go through and put in your units. And let's see, linear equations, linear inequalities, and you can go through all the way down. Now you only have 6 units, I guess, listed on your template. Not a problem though. Just go down here to add topic, and you can add as many units as you want. So if you have 10 units, 15 units, go down here and put a new unit for each topic. Let's see, going back up here, let's see. So once you get your general outline put in, you might want to go over here and see on the screen here it says Unit 1 Summary. So go over here and edit this. And editing it lets you change the text here. You can say, hey everyone, and just type in whatever you want. You can add emojis. I recommend lots of emojis. Your students need to remember that you're a human. So build that social presence, add emojis, use Bitmojis, put in icons of yourself, images. You can even put in videos by putting in any, YouTube is perfect for this. If you put in a YouTube URL here, it'll show the students the video and they can watch it within Moodle with no problem. Those things are fantastic. So try those out. And when you're done, you save the changes. And now for Algebra 1, you see, hey everyone, blah, 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 smiley face. And you can put an introduction there. With these different forums, I put in sample forums for lots of different types of activities that you want to do. So I would recommend, don't delete these. If you don't want the students to see it, just hide it. So go over here to the 3 dots and hide it, then the students can't see it. The reason you don't want to delete it is this activity has some text, and it also has a scoring guide built in, and I'll talk about those things later on. But you don't want to delete it because, and let me go back here. Oops, I went back to my courses. Let's see. Where's Algebra 1? Back to Algebra 1. So you don't want to delete it because once you have all the parts of the forum built in, you can just click over here and duplicate it. And then you rename it, add the content, but you don't have to add the new tool. And the new tool just takes time and takes mental space. So copying your tools that you've designed well is better. I'll go back over here and I'm going to hide this for right now. So show it. So that's basically what you're seeing as you log in. Now, with everything on here, every word, every assignment you can change. It's your class. But be in touch with me about what you'd like to learn to do and how we can make this a really effective tool for you. And I'll make some other videos to walk you through how to use different parts of this. Okay? Hope this helps, and looking forward to seeing you online. Bye.